Hi YouTube, my name's Tobias and I'm trans man. I started transitioning properly roughly about a year ago. I being referred to as he and Tobias basically. I came out about it about a year ago to professionals, and about 3 months before that possibly to my partner, my fiance Sam, who I've now been with for 4 years. 4 years, 5 years? 4 years, yes, 4 years. So yeah, since I've came out about it, what's changed? Well, obviously I've had my name change done legally by Depot, so I'm now legally Tobias, and Emma Jane Kilty does not exist anymore. So yeah, that's great. So I've obviously gone on and changed my name with the doctors and chemists, the vets, housing association, and I did try at the hospital. They obviously misheard me and put my name down as Spice instead of Tobias, which is not such a problem. I can sort that. And yeah, everybody around me knows me as Tobias. They know that I'm transitioning. Most people have been very supportive, very supportive, which is so nice and such a relief. Because when I came out about this, well, 5-6 years previous to this, I admitted that I wanted to be Tobias. But my partner at the time couldn't handle it, my family couldn't handle it, and due to that I lost contact with them completely. Relationships broke down, so I shut up about it basically and kept it to myself. I continue to dress what I would class as quite masculine. I've never dressed feminine. I've tried a few times and hated it. Absolutely hated it. Felt uncomfortable. Just wasn't me, I felt restricted because I was never small weight wise anyway. Height wise I've always been small height wise. Weight wise no. I had the opposite problem with the weight. No, not nice. So a little bit more about my background basically. I was fostered and adopted at the age of 2.5. I went to my foster family, wonderful foster family, absolutely amazing, very supportive, and they are my family. They are family. They've always treated me as family. So yeah, just gutted that they couldn't adopt me because of apparently due to age. So what? But hey, that's a whole new thing. So yeah, I had to come out to 3 families, which are, yeah, all 3 families are completely different. I don't really speak to anybody from my adoption family but my adoption dad when he can be bothered, and it usually takes me having to phone him, which makes me quite angry, so let's not talk too much about that. But yeah, he's saying apparently he's supporting me and whatever makes me happy and blah de blah de blah. But yeah, my foster family, well, my foster dad is no longer with us unfortunately, but I'm sure he's looking down on me, patting me on the back sort of thing. But yeah, no, my foster mum, she's in what, her 70s or something, and yeah, as I told her, she was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. She's amazing. Accepted it from the off, and she said she's willing to support me no matter what. And if it makes me happy, then fair play. Then go ahead with it, basically. And she'll stick by me every step of the way, which is, again, obviously a huge relief. And yeah, so yeah, they know. Obviously, my foster mum, Cindy, she's finding it a bit difficult because I've always been her little girl, you know, her little blonde-haired, blue-eyed little girl, and yeah, she's obviously finding it quite difficult because she's known me since I was 2.5. So yeah, but no, she's doing very well, you know. Constantly correcting herself, you know. But no, you know, she's great, absolutely brilliant, you know. Same with the rest of the family. They've all been really supportive and they're amazing. But yeah, I'll talk more about them another time if you want to hear about them. My real family, wow. I got in contact with them when I was 19. I'm now 28 plus 1 because 28 is my favourite number, basically. So yeah, I've known them for about 10 years now. I think they're finding it quite difficult. I think, you know, I've been able to have a chat with my sister who's 2 years younger than me. And I think, you know, it's helped because now I realise that it's not the actual transitioning that's bothering her. She's never seen me as feminine. She's always seen me as quite very masculine, actually. I think, you know, she's admitted it's mainly the name change that she's finding really difficult, because she's always called me Emma, and it's difficult, very difficult, because she finds it difficult to call me Tobias at the moment, which is fine. I understand that completely. Well, not completely, because I'm not in her shoes, but that's not such a problem. But obviously she has a daughter, my lovely, beautiful, gorgeous, so clever niece. Just turned 2 years old, actually, last week. Yeah, maybe age 2, but mentally she's probably about 13, 14. She's so clever. So it's difficult for that reason, because obviously we don't quite know what to tell Sadie to call me. So at the moment when you say, "Who's that?" she shrugs, so, because she doesn't know my name. So for the first time at the weekend, we started introducing to Sadie that my name for her is Toby, because it's shorter and it'll be easier for her. And also the same for my youngest brother. He's finding it easier to call me Toby than Tobias, which is fine. They're young still, so yeah. And yeah, so for the first time my niece said Toby, which I can't explain how it made me feel. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, brilliant, perfect, absolutely brilliant. Whereas my mum, I think my birth mum, I think she's quite in denial about it, maybe. She doesn't really talk about it. She'd prefer to ignore it and hope it's not happening, I think, maybe. I don't know, I can't really say because I'm not inside her head, obviously. I wish I was sometimes, because there'd be a lot of things I can have answers to. But hey, it's not such a problem, you know. I've got to find a way around it. So yeah, it's been a very hectic life for me, a very challenging life, to say the least. But it's made me who I am today. It's made me a lot stronger, and yeah, I do regret a lot of things that I've done in my life, but at least I can say I've lived. but I've always known from a young age that something wasn't right in a way. I'd never felt comfortable with myself as a person, and admittedly, I just put that down to me being adopted. I thought that was my problem, because I didn't know my real family. I wasn't allowed any contact with my real family. I wasn't allowed to know any new information about my family. All I knew, well, I had a few pictures, but it's not the same, you know. The pictures that I had a completely view to what my mum was going to look like, to what she actually did when I met her. Probably doesn't make any sense, but I know what I mean. And yeah, it was extremely difficult. I didn't have no support, nothing. But yeah, as I said, I assumed that was my problem, was because I was adopted. I wasn't understanding why my behaviour was different to the rest of my family, and my habits and facial features, you know, hair colour, stuff like that. It was complete opposite. You know, they were all dark haired, and I'm obviously, as you can see, light and, you know, fair haired, and I always have been. But it caused a big problem, bullying and whatever else. But yeah, it was difficult, but that's just, it's just life, I think, you know. And you've just got to kind of, now I'm a bit more grown up. I couldn't say a lot, a bit. Yeah, I've started to realise a lot more, and you know, things I used to get told as a kid, I didn't understand why I was getting told that, or whatever. Now, looking back at it, I can understand it a lot better. But not 100%, obviously. Yeah, I've come a long way, I feel, in the last year. I was very suicidal, extremely suicidal. I don't remember it completely. I just remember feeling so rubbish, to the extent that, you know, the thought of living the next 30, 40, whatever years in this body, it was too much to deal with, and I just couldn't do it. I felt like I'd been living a lie, and, you know, trying to be someone that everybody else wanted me to be, and not who I wanted to be, through me not wanting to be selfish. I wanted to be everybody, you know, I wanted everybody to like me. I wanted people to accept me. I wanted to accept myself, but the problem was I couldn't accept myself in this body. Yeah, I just can't do it. So yeah, I was very suicidal. I got sectioned on a number of occasions. I can't tell you how many. But yeah, kind of went a bit doolally. But hey ho, what's the definition of normal? There is no such thing. I'm normal in my eyes, let's put it that way. So yeah, now I've come out about it again. This time's been a lot easier. Whilst I was in hospital, I had obviously members of staff I could talk to some degree, but still was too scared to admit the truth, you know. I say the actual words that I want to be a guy. I am a guy, and I need help to get the correct body. Those words aren't so easy to say out loud at the beginning, especially when you've had such a bad reaction in the past. But I did it. I did it. It was hard, very painful, scary, extremely scared, petrified, absolutely petrified. I still am quite scared. obviously, because it's a big change, physically, mentally, emotionally, you know, everything. And I don't think a lot of people out there realise what we have to go through day to day, you know. Chest binding is actually really, depending on what you use, it can be very uncomfortable. And for myself, I can't talk for anybody else because I've only got my own brain, and that's not doing so great half the time. But yeah, for me, you know, chest binding, at first, before I came out about being trans, I used to just use sports bras, and I have done from a very early age. I think I've tried a normal bra probably a handful of times, not even that probably. It just wasn't for me, it wasn't comfortable. I was constantly straps and wires and whatever. So yeah, I've always wore sports bras, but where, as you can see, I put quite a bit of weight on. It's horrible, loads of weight. From when I went in hospital, I was so down, I didn't want to do anything. I was comfort eating, secret eating, stuff like that, and obviously now I'm suffering for it, you know. So yeah, I'm hoping to lose a lot of the weight. I've started the gym and I'm going quite a bit actually, which I'm pleased with myself, because I used to have no motivation, because I just didn't see the point. I didn't want to live, so what's the point in getting up and being motivated if you don't want to be here? You're just existing. I didn't want to exist, I want to live, you know, and I want to enjoy life. And I can actually, hands on heart, genuinely say, since I've come out about who I am, I feel a lot happier, a lot more confident, excited about the future. I've got so many plans. So yeah, I'm kind of, you know, fingers, toes, a lot across that they say, yeah, and I hope you will keep your fingers and toes crossed for me as well, please, pretty please. Yeah, so yeah, as I said, I'm going to the gym as much as I can. I do a lot of swimming when I'm not having tattoos. I do a lot of swimming and do at least 3 to 4 hours a day. Love swimming. I'm trying to basically, I want to become a lifeguard, a swimming instructor, and I also want to do what I need to do to become a dog handler eventually, because I love my animals. Always have done, always will do. So yeah, I'm doing that, and I'm also doing martial arts at the moment, which is hard work. I did karate as a kid, and you know, really enjoyed it, did really well, and, you know, I just wanted to rekindle that, and I knew I could do it, so yeah. But my brain thinks it can do what it used to do when I was a kid. My body's telling me different. I've had 5 operations on my right knee. Yeah, and not little operations neither, so yeah, realignments, reconstructions, blah de blah, so my knee's pretty knackered. Yeah, so that's me. Any questions anybody's got? Sorry, I know that sounded like I jumped, but I'm not quite sure how long I've got on this. So, and I've got loads to say. I've always got loads to say. But yeah, no, if anybody has any questions or any advice on anything at all, any questions, I'm more than happy to answer. I love questions. So yeah, ask me anything in the world, I don't care. Hopefully you will support me in whatever way. I'd really appreciate that, and I hope to do more videos in the future with my progress. So that's me done. Over and out, people.